The phone's shake woke me from a light sleep. 1 a.m. A single text message lit up the room. Come to the hospital now. No details. No sender name, just a sudden demand. I didn't wait. I threw on clothes, grabbed my keys, and started the car. I drove fast, ignoring red lights. My heart was pounding even faster than the engine. The hospital waiting room was mostly empty and too quiet. The white lights made everyone look sick and pale. The doctor came over to me. His eyes looked me over with a strange mix of pity and doubt. You need to see this yourself, he said. His words sounded practiced. I followed him down the clean, quiet hallway. Every step echoed. When he opened the door, I first smelled the rubbing alcohol. Then I saw them and my whole world tilted. She was there, my wife Emily. She was pale and connected to tubes. Her eyes kept darting between me and the floor. And sitting right next to her was John, the man I thought was my friend. His chair was too close, his hand close to hers. He stood when I walked in, but not fast enough to hide how close they were. Why are you here? She asked weakly. Not thank God you came, just that. The doctor cleared his throat. She was admitted tonight. Severe problems. We had to do some tests. His voice shook. He looked at the man next to her and I suddenly understood. This wasn't just about her health. This was about a secret they had been hiding. A truth the doctor had accidentally seen. The betrayal didn't scream in my head. It just whispered, slow and sharp, like a knife marking its target. I didn't speak. I needed proof. I nodded once, calm and cold, and walked right out. The hospital visit was only the start. Back at the house, I studied her life like a doctor studies a body. Every small part, every detail. Her phone was left out on the counter. Messages she thought she deleted were still there in the backups. Nights she said she worked late. Dinner she forgot to mention. Small lies tied together like a rope around her own neck. I gathered the facts slowly, patiently. I checked her phone records against John's hotel receipts. A photo my neighbor had kept finally gave to me when I asked. I wasn't angry. I didn't shout. On the outside, I was the same husband, the same friend. But inside, I was preparing for a final strike. Then came the last piece of the puzzle. The doctor had slipped up, mentioning tests not related to her sickness. I asked for copies. An envelope arrived at my office days later. I waited until I was completely alone to open it. The words inside proved everything. The child she swore was mine. The daughter I had lived for was not. The numbers were clear. Probability of paternity 0.0%. The lie fell apart perfectly. I didn't break. I didn't cry. I simply put the paper away, like a final tool before an execution. I waited until evening. Dinner sat untouched on the table. She came home late, smelling lightly of perfume that wasn't hers. John followed an hour later with a weak excuse about dropping something off. It was perfect. I placed the envelope between them. Neither reached for it, they knew. Finally, she opened it. The color drained from her face. He leaned over her shoulder, his eyes wide. She looked at me, begging. Please, this is not what you think. It is exactly what I think, I said. My voice was even and hard. She broke first, crying and shaking. He just stared, caught completely. I didn't raise my voice. The silence did the damage. I already knew, I said quietly. Her sobs stopped. His head snapped up. I've known for weeks. Every message, every meeting, every lie. I slid my phone across the table. The screen showed their entire affair, all the proof, which I had already sent to my lawyer, her parents and his wife. You ruined yourselves, I went on. I only collected the proof. No shouting, no anger. Just the truth turned into a weapon. She reached for me, pitiful in her need. I moved back, staying out of her reach. You destroyed our family, she whispered. No, I corrected. You did. I'm just the one who made it impossible to deny. Her face crumpled. His face turned hard like stone. I stood up, leaving them alone to choke on the wreckage they had created. The house felt different after that, not broken, but cleaned out. She cried for days. John disappeared. I didn't care enough to track him. The daughter I thought was mine was not. That truth should have crushed me. Instead, it set me free. The lies were finished. I poured a drink one night, the house quiet except for the clock ticking. I realized I wasn't waiting anymore for answers or love. I was empty, yes, but emptiness is honest. And honesty, I decided, is more powerful than love. When I finally left, I didn't look back. I didn't need to, because once you see the truth, you don't need revenge. The truth is the revenge.